Hello Leo, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. This is your first 6 months of 2019 general and love reading. Thank you for being patient. These are long readings, there's a lot of information. I will be uploading in a couple of weeks the second part of 2019 onto Vimeo. I will make that announcement. If you want to purchase the second part of the year, you are welcome to. If not, around June I will be uploading them for free onto YouTube. So, dear Leo, let's see. For each month I'm taking 2 cards. So January is always, or already I should say, come out. So we've got the World card as well as the King of Swords. That is January, and I am looking as an overview, just astrologically speaking, a little bit of what's going on and what is important. So let's look at February and not waste time. 3 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. This is the Mystical Tarot. The rest of the cards and the Oracle cards that I'm using will be in the description box below. March, 8 of Swords and 2 of Wands. April, 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups. May, we've got the Devil, and we've got the 10 of Wands. And June, we have the 4 of Cups, as well as the 9 of Cups. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what the Karma Dharma is for each month. For Leo, please Spirit, 1 card for January. We've got the Devil again here. February, we've got Temperance. March, we have Justice. April, the Emperor. May, we have the Hanging Man. And June, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And that's the card of Jupiter. Alright, let's look at the astrological influences for you. January for Leo, and I've pre-shuffled, so I don't want to be wasting too much time. January, we've got Sun and Spirit. This is a good way to start the year. This is your card, dear Leo. Let's go for February. We have 12th house Escape. March for Leo is Capricorn, I Use. April, we have Venus and Love. May, we have Jupiter and Abundance. So this card of Jupiter is coming through before the Wheel of Fortune. So let's look at the month of June, and we have Uranus, Genius. Alright, let's take a spirit message for each month. January, we have Synchronicity. February, we have stand your ground. March, we have you are not alone. April, soul power. May is serenity. And June, we have vulnerability. Let's look at the romance angels. In love, Archangel Michael. From January until June, what is Leo and their love life? How will it be for them? Singles and couples, of course. So I usually take one card. It's the most important message, and it's an intuitive reading. So let's look at January. We've got engagement. February, pay attention to the red flags. March, wedding. April, let go of control issues. May, this could be the one. And lucky last is June, chemistry. Let's take a chocolate message card as well. Leo from January until June. Okay. January, we have chocolate icing, inspiration. February, we have caramel chocolate, charm. March, we have baking chocolate, boredom. April, and we have chocolate bullets, intuition. May, dark chocolate and shadow self. And June, chocolate freckles, friendship. Okay, dear Leo, let's take each month one by one. Okay, we have the World card. January, mind you, it's the month of eclipses. Now, we had an eclipse, a solar eclipse, a partial solar eclipse on the 5th or 6th of January, depending on where you are in the world. And that was the solar eclipse was in Capricorn, at around 15 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. And while I'm doing this reading, right now I'm looking at the chart in front of me. The sun is at 0 degrees, 0 minutes of Capricorn Aquarius. So it's just, it's showing the sign of Aquarius. So happy birthday, dear Aquarius. All right, so we've got the World card, which could be a completion. And I was talking about the eclipses, wasn't I? So yes, today is actually the 20th of January 2019, and on the 21st, tomorrow, we've got a full moon lunar eclipse in Leo at 0 degrees 52 minutes of Leo. So that means it's right on the cusp with Cancer. The North Node is like 3 degrees practically away from the eclipse. So it is conjunct, it's very close. The moon, as I'm doing this reading, is at 18 degrees. So once it gets to, once it passes another 12 degrees, that's where the eclipse is happening. So this is a very strong karmic time while I'm doing this reading for you. So, anything can happen. So the World card is some sort of karmic completion. Usually we say it's a successful completion. Now, the sign of Leo is on here. These are the 4 fixed signs. It's Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. Fixed energy can be quite stubborn. With the King of Swords, this could be the ending of some sort of a situation. Could be cutting someone out. You may be dealing with someone who could be an Aquarian, because this is the card of Saturn, right? Saturn poses rules and regulations and, have to do, you've got to do this, you've got to abide by this, you promise to do this, that's the law, okay? So some of you could even be dealing with a legal matter. This could be a solicitor. Now the King of Swords could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, because Aquarius is the air sign that's ruled by Saturn. This could be an Aquarian person that you are completing a cycle with, or they could be completing their cycle with you, whichever way you want to look at it. So the King of Swords is someone who could be outspoken. They speak their truth. Doesn't matter if words cut. They will speak their truth, and they're not very emotional about it. They mind their heart. They just look at the details, and that's all it is. They're all about the intellect, and if things don't add up, they will not, look at them twice. It's simple. Now, I believe that with the World card here, this could also speak of anything worldly, anything to do with travel, being at a distance. This is the World card. So you may be dealing with someone who you could be communicating with that is at a distance from you, okay? Now, Saturn also rules Capricorn. Here we've got the devil. And the devil is also restrictions. It's hard work. It's standing in your integrity. In January, we've got so much Capricorn. Mercury, the messenger, has just moved over Pluto. Just before that, a few days before that, it passed over Saturn. So difficult conversations. There's death and transformation. It's a powerful time, but it's a very, very difficult time. Now Mercury is right on top of the South Node now in Capricorn. So we've got, the sun's just dipped into Aquarius, but we've still got Mercury, the South Node, which is Ketu in Vedic astrology. Okay, it's the dragon's tail. So it's very karmic. We need to let go of old habits, old situations. And through communications, that's going to help you, work through this restrictive and very, very difficult energy. Now this is the sign of Capricorn. As I said, Capricorn is also ruled by Saturn. We've got a cage here, as you can see. You feel as though you're trapped, but you're not. The door's open, and the universe, the divine, is telling you that you are not trapped. If you are overworking, then you need to slow down. I think the cards are saying take a holiday. Let go, let loose, let your hair down. This is some sort of ending which is not easy. And through truth, I believe that the ending will take place, but through endings, and it could be the ending of an era for you. Through endings, of course, come new beginnings. And that's what lunar eclipses are all about. That's what full moons are all about. So, there's even the weather, it's been really, really bad. It's as though there's clouds above. We're not able to, it's as though we're blocked off. There's a lot of blockages at this time. It's as though time stopped. The curtain is closed, but we don't know what's happening behind that curtain. Okay, the theatrical play, the story is about to begin. So there is some ending here, but we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and that's going to be really interesting. So know that with this lunar eclipse, which is very, very powerful, astrologically, it's like very strong. Know that whatever you're going through, it's either going to be heaven or it's either going to be hell. I don't think there's any grays here. It's only black or white. It's yes or it's no. So fingers crossed. I wish you all the best at this time. And, eclipses can last for a while. So it's fate, and whatever is fated is going to happen. So it's not in our hands right now. January. Now, I also wanted to say that with the devil, and this is Capricorn, it's the authoritarian. It's someone who's above you, someone who could be pointing the finger at you, could be a boss, could be a partner, could be anyone who is of authority here. Someone Saturnian, which could be someone that is older, wiser because of experiences. But look at the card here. Look at that pentacle. It's on fire. So because Capricorn is earth, it's as though here we've got earth and fire. So, there's a point of, earth is grounding, whereas fire is action. So it's like a tug of war energy here. And I also wanted to say that astrologically, we've got Jupiter and Venus together in Sagittarius. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So that's beautiful energy, and it's meeting, beautifully in a very flowy energy with Mars. So this is beautiful. It's a beautiful time, as I said. Lots is happening astrologically. If you need more information on the astrology of what's going on, go and watch our beautiful astrologers that go into detail without the tarot. Let me just make a couple of suggestions. The Leo King is a beautiful astrologer, one that I love watching. His name is David Palmer. Just a shout out. We've got Nadia Shah, which is beautiful. I've been watching her for years. I love Nadia. She's beautiful. Go and watch her. Very inspirational. Mama Maga Astrology, another beautiful, down-to-earth and very intelligent astrologer, which I love to watch as well. And one more I'm going to say, I still watch a lot more, but Kay Pacha at the New Paradigm Astrology. I love Tom Lesher. He is wonderful. Okay, he's the wise older astrologer who he's very mature. He's really cool, and I love watching him as well. So they're my favorites. Okay, sorry for taking a bit of time, but I have to shout out to these people. I think they're very talented. Love watching them. So I suggest to you, if you need more information, they're the people to go to. All right, so let's look at the astrology here. We've got the sun and spirit. Now, dear Leo, you are ruled by the sun, and the sun is absolutely beautiful. The sun is clarity, and it's, you are the life of the party. Leo is where the eclipse is happening now. So I feel as though there's another completion there, because the last eclipse on the axis Aquarius Leo is going to be tomorrow. So this is it. We had the North Node in Leo and the South Node in Aquarius. So this is like finishing up. It's the last moment before, you know, we finish up with roughly 20 months now of what's been happening in our lives. So again, this is a very, very important time since the eclipse is in your sign, Leo. Something is really ending for you. But with the Sun card here, the Sun speaks of true love. The Sun is our vitality. It's our health. Okay, the Sun is happiness. The Sun is children. Here we've got spirit. It's a number one. I told you there is an ending and a new beginning. I love this for you. Let's go into the spiritual message, and we've got synchronicity. Now, all the signs that I'm mentioning, please know that it's sun, moon, or rising. And as well as that, please go and watch your Venus if you're female and your Mars if you're male for more information there. Okay, so synchronicity. Are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time? And we've also got spirit here as well. So someone from spirit could be communicating with you at this time. People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they're being guided to you from the spirit world to help you for a specific reason. So this message is telling me that you are in a bit of difficulty right now, but you are not alone. Okay? Someone from up there is with you. Someone is helping you, guiding you. And for those of you that are getting engaged, congratulations. This could be, if this is not an actual engagement, then this is love, love, because the engagement card speaks of two people, two souls coming together, two people that are on the same page. Okay, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So for those of you that are promising to spend the rest of your lives together, this is the beginning. The engagement is a beautiful time. Now, if you're not actually getting engaged in January, because as I said, this is a general reading, this could be just the promise. Okay, this could be someone popping the question. So congratulations. Now, some of you may be, if not getting engaged, you may be going to another engagement, and it could be, you know, family, could be someone that's close to you, because with the North Node in Cancer, at this time, Cancer is very, you know, it's in the spotlight. Cancer is our foundation, our home, our parents, as well as our heritage, our roots. So yeah, I believe that some family engagement is happening here, and if it's not, even if it's not an actual engagement, a promise of, you know, committing to someone, this could even be engaging in a partnership business. Okay, so it's going to be different for all of you. So there is a sense of commitment here again with the card of the devil. It's as though you're signing on the dotted line and you're promising to deliver. So it's like you're promising and signing on the dotted line and committing to something that will keep you in, you know, you've promised that you'll be there. Whether this is for another person, this is for a family situation, whatever that is for you. Now, the chocolate card is inspiration. Okay, so let's see what the card reads. This card comes as a good omen. Feel confident in the knowing that your spiritual, emotional, physical, and financial needs are all being met. Nurture your confident nature and consider the more specific changes that you would like to see in your life. Start writing a list. Vision the changes already taking place. This is a time of great manifestation, so start thinking big. My needs are met always. I am one with the Creator, and therefore I create my own luck. So, yes, some of you may be creating something that is very important that you will be sharing with the world, because we've got the Sun card there. So you could be sharing your inspiration, anything that you've created, dear Leo. The fifth house of Leo is all about creation, what you creatively produce, give birth to, and then therefore you give it to the world. So yeah, now Mars is in Aries. It's very, very strong there, and it is racing through Aries soon. It will be meeting up with Uranus, and that's going to be air and fire. Be careful. Uranus can be, it's like the tower, things happening out of the blue. It's electrical, it's shocking. Mars can be anything that's sharp. It can be anything to do with, even accidents, anything to do with accidents. So please take care. Let's look at the next month, which is February. And at the beginning of February, what am I saying? Roughly on the 20th of February, Mars will have moved into Taurus, so it would have jumped over, it would have conjuncted with Uranus. So Mars has moved in the clear now, it's in Taurus, and it's moving away from Uranus. At this time, around the 19th of February, it's funny that that's the time when the sun changes signs, roughly around the 20th. Now I can see on the chart that the sun is at 0 degrees, 26 minutes of Pisces, and Venus will be meeting up with Saturn in Capricorn. So Venus is in a bit of trouble here because, Saturn, Kronos, which is the lord of time and karma, can be quite strict, restrictive, and Venus being there, it can be difficult, okay, because Capricorn is a difficult energy. Now, Saturn also gives longevity and stability. So for some others of you, this could be working out in your favor, where your things are changing for you in matters of love and values and anything that you love, okay? Through hard work, you are achieving things. Capricorn is all about achievements, right? So let's look at the month of February, the tarot, and we've got the Eight of Pentacles, very Capricornian, obviously, and we've got the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands speaks of manifestation, growth, whatever you've built, whatever seeds you have sown, you're waiting for them to sprout. You're looking across the seas. Maybe you're dealing with people at a distance. Maybe you're spreading your wings in relation to what you do for business, what you do for work. Look at the Eight of Pentacles. So January and February are going to be very, very busy for Leos. A lot of hard work is going into whatever you've created, okay, because the wands are all about creation, and threes speak of manifestation. So keep working hard. It's looking fantastic. The Eight of Pentacles is fine-tuning your craft. You've got your head down and you're concentrating on what you are manifesting. So busy, busy, busy at this time. Now, with the wands, because they can speak of passion as well, not just creativity. Some of you, as I said, may be dealing with someone that may be at a distance from you. Okay, you're holding that wand. You're holding something that you've probably already started. Okay, and this could be 2-3 weeks. For others, it could be 2-3 years ago. You know, something is growing and expanding. There is a lot of passion here, a lot of passion, but work is, work is very busy, but some of you may just be very passionate about creating something that's going to be important for you. Let's look at the Karma Dharma. We've got the card of the Temperance, which is Sagittarius. Again, foreign places and people. So some of you may be spreading your wings to do with business, dealing with foreign companies. Okay? Now this is a card of healing. It's a card of patience. You are growing your business. You're growing your work. You're growing your clientele. But you need to be patient as well. Now, Temperance is Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is in the month of February at the third decan, which means that it's very strong, very, very strong indeed. And Jupiter likes to expand and grow. It brings luck. So be patient, because I think that Jupiter at this point, it is in its shadows period. So get ready for Jupiter to go retrograde. And when Jupiter moves retrograde, it sort of, you go back to look over what Jupiter was passing over, the degrees, and the missing jewels, the missing luck that you haven't noticed. It's there. Like you've got a chance to go back and pick up what was meant to be. So let's look at the astrology card. We've got the 12th house, which is escape. Okay, so escape, 12th house would be the house of Pisces, logically. Now, escaping could mean that you are traveling. Some of you are escaping, could be getting away and traveling for the weekend. Maybe because there's a heavy workload and you really need to touch base with someone who's at a distance, whether it's, could even be 9 days that you're traveling for. We've got the 12th house is 36, so that adds up to a 9. Now, escapism is Pisces as well. Neptune is all about escapism and drugs, and drugging yourself out. If the energies are very difficult, it's still very, very difficult times in February. We're still in eclipse energies, so some of you may really need the support of the divine here. Temperance is your spirit guides and your angels. As I said, you are not alone. Now, the 12th house is also a very spiritual house. Some of you are growing spiritually. Indeed. And the 12th house is also a completion. Pisces is a very mystical and hidden house, and it's also completing. Now, Chiron, wow, Chiron in February moves away from Pisces. That's where the completion is happening. Chiron, the wounded healer, is finishing up in Pisces. It's been there for about 8 years, and it's moving into Aries. So Chiron could be past life karmic wounds that you're trying to heal. Maybe you're going through your healing process, and then once you're healed, you're ready. Now this is a brand new cycle of Chiron where you can heal others. Okay, so if you are using drugs, medicine, please don't go overboard. It's not good. It's not good with the 12th house and escape. All right, so escape could also be a message that is sent to you by the divine, and it's telling you if you have got restrictions, because you have the devil card right here, if you are trying to escape some situation, then do so in the month of February. Let's look at what Spirit is saying to you. Stand your ground. Now, if it's not you escaping, you could be dealing with someone who is, and if they're not escaping, they could be sneaking away. So standing your ground is an empowering, confidence-building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know you can do it, and you know that by doing so you will be the victor. So the advice is not to escape. The advice is to stand your ground, dear Leo. That's what Spirit is sending to you. Now, some of you may be actually waiting for that ship to come through, waiting for someone to come in from a distant place, I would say, with the card of Temperance. Now, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So there are red flags here. You need to stand your ground. Now, Jupiter can also speak of legal issues. Okay, so just be careful not to burn the candle at both ends with the Eight of Pentacles here and the Devil card in January. If you are not feeling well, if you need, let's say if you're using anything to help get you through the day, to give you more strength, if you're taking sleeping tablets, whatever that is, don't do that. Please don't do that. Now, in relation to love, pay attention to red flags. Says that there could be some signs coming through that you need to use your intuition. Those signs are being sent by the divine. So take care. Take care and just trust your intuition that what you see, you need to trust that that's there for a reason. Any sign or synchronicity that you receive, don't think it was just because of luck. It's the message that needs to be taken seriously. So let's see what this card says, the chocolate card. Caramel chocolate and charm. So charm can be someone who has got a mask on, someone who's looking charming. They're acting very charming, but they could be double-faced. Let's see what the card says. This card signifies a time to practice the art of smooth talking. If you need to win a situation over, only your charm can ooze out the appeal that is needed to get you what you want. Loosen up. Avoid being so rigid and inflexible. Learn to communicate and let your intentions be known. Welcome fluidity. Let your feelings flow. Take a writing class or join a debate team. You need to demonstrate poise and charm at this time. Communication is the key. And the affirmation is life is flowing with rich abundance. So communication is the key. It says here, as I said, Venus will be on top of Saturn, and Saturn could be the authority figure that you need to use charm with. Now Venus will be soon after, it's very close to Pluto, and Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. So Scorpio is all about, death and transformation. It's all about intimacy, things that have been hidden, shared, anything that you share with others. It's other people's money. It's living in the same environment with your partner, sharing your whole life. It's not the beginning of a relationship. It's living together and being able to get through any situation, because two individuals need to meet halfway. So that could be a very that could be what the red flags are talking about. So just cautioning you that I wanted to talking to the singles now. If you meet someone who could be quite sleek and too charming, just pay attention and don't be too trusting, okay? Use your intuition. All right, let's go on to the month of March. And in the month of March, wow, Venus has flown past. She's in Aquarius in the month of March, which is much better than moving over Pluto. There's been some sort of a transformation in whatever you have, in whatever you love, whatever you see as your values and anything that you've created. Now, Aquarius is an air sign. It's air, so it's, you know, Venus will be moving quickly through there. I wanted to say that Aquarius is the genius. Aquarius is also the divine. It's heaven. So again, communication is key. Still in March. And what else have we got? Okay, the sun is at 0 degrees and 28 of Aries. So it's the time of Aries. The sun is conjunct Chiron. So the sun is healing. Chiron is healing as well, healing any wounds. So I think that this is a great time. The sun is beginning a brand new cycle. It's like, you know, the solstice. It's a brand new year. So this is beautiful. Mercury, which is all about communication, has just moved over Neptune. Be careful with communications. Mercury is retrograde. Redo things, go over things again and again and again, because Mercury is the messenger. All right. So, oh wow, Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, is at 0 degrees and 43 minutes of Taurus. This is a drastic time. This is a freaky time when big players like the outer planets are right on the cusp and they're changing. That's when there is massive change. It is, you know, it's coming from a cardinal sign which speaks of action, and it's moving into a fixed sign which speaks of a lot of stubbornness. Now, Taurus can be very stubborn, right? And Uranus will not put up with anything to do with stubbornness. Uranus likes to break free. So this is like a clash of the titans time. Be careful. And of course, it could bring beautiful surprises in anything to do with our values, because it's practically sextiling with Venus. So sextiles are beautiful. Let's look at the tarot before I get stuck on the astrology. We've got the 8 of Swords and the 2 of Wands. Now, 8 of Swords can speak of a lot of worry, but it's all up in your head. It's your thought process. You may be bewildered here. As I said, Mercury, the left brain, our logic. We're not seeing the logic. Maybe we're just overthinking, going through the details. Now, the 2 of Wands is looking, the man in the 2 of Wands, the figure here is looking straight at this female. So he's looking through a new door. He's trying to make a choice. He's holding, let's say, the world ball in his hand. Maybe he's thinking of traveling, but there is something that he doesn't want to leave behind, something that is blocking him. I see a blockage here. Now, the 2 of Wands, also the 3 of Wands that you have, Leo, and I'm saying I have my moon in Leo. So the 3 of Wands as well as the 2 is very Sagittarian for me. So there is a lot of fire here. And fire and air can be quite explosive. Okay, now there is a choice that may be necessary to be made. Someone may be hoping to travel again here. Maybe you're trying to look at the bigger picture, but you've got a blindfold on for some reason because of retrograde Mercury, I would say here. Now I'm looking at March 21st at this moment. So, and that is, as I said, it's the changing of, the sun is changing signs. Let's just go a little bit back. Oh, I said, oh, lovely, okay. So, one moment. Yeah, I don't see any other retrogrades. So, yeah, it's only Mercury. It's only Mercury. I feel as though there's going to be a lot of information that you will be learning about communication because the Sun is conjunct Mercury around the 15th of March. So it's a very important time. 15th of March, roughly, is very important. So, yeah, a lot of communication. Don't be up in your head. Don't get stuck in fear. Um, there is a lot of fire. You're very free-spirited here, I would say, in the month of March. And with Uranus where it is, it's time to break free. If you want to do something, go and do it. Seriously, go and do it. Take the plunge, go for it. Leo. Now, we've got Karma Dharma is Justice card. And there's that, this is the partnership house. This is trying to find the balance. Libra can be legal issues again. Libra tries to find the balance. Two of Wands. Twos are always about balance. Now here you may be communicating with someone who you may be in partnership with. Libra is all about the other people, so there's communication with others. Again, it's the partnership house. We've got we've got the scale that is balanced here, so that's a very positive sign. 11 is a very karmic number, and I feel that you're very vigilant here. Look at the suit of armor he's wearing. There is strength here, I believe. And here we've got Capricorn, I use. It's a number 22. Capricorn again, I use. Now, if you're being used by someone who is very Capricornian, that person that's pressuring you, pointing the finger at you, using you, abusing you, then you need to stand in your power. Okay, now Capricorn again speaks of a lot of hard work. Capricorn is all about work, and it's all about career. It's the authority, and it's a number 22. It's a master number. So we've got 11 and then we've got 22. And if we add those two together, it's 33. Okay, so very, very karmic time right here. Let's look at spirit. You are not alone. We are here for you. We never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. So you are not alone here. You need to believe that, okay? And, spirit is all around you, Leos. You've got someone up there that is seriously looking down at you. So I feel that you are supported, okay? And this is great. One moment. Sorry about that. Just had to take care of something. And we've got the wedding card. This situation involves marriage. So you could have someone who is against this relationship, this marriage, the tying of the knot, because of the Capricorn card here. Okay, and we've also got Justice, which is all about partnership. Now, the Justice card can speak of you may have someone that's around you that could be quite the what's the word I'm looking for? The instigator of, bringing in the justice, balancing out, and fairness. And someone I wanted to say that's very democratic. They've got the gift of the gab, and they can really find the the balance within a situation. But here with the Capricorn, I feel as though that this is restrictive for you, and you had the Devil card right here. So I feel as though for those of you that are going through legal issues, if you've been dealing with someone who is ruled by Capricorn, or they've got very strong Capricorn, and it could be, I've already mentioned the signs. I mentioned Aquarius and I mentioned Capricorn. If you're dealing with someone of that sign, and again, it could be Sun, Moon, or Rising, there could be legal issues here with the card of Libra. Now, for others of you, Capricorn can also be how people see you in the world and your status, because it's the 10th house. Now, for some of you, your status is changing. Others of you that were married may be turning into single, separated. Others of you could be getting married, could be taking the plunge, so it could go either way. But the wedding is obviously some sort of a contract, whether this is this is business or this is romance. Okay, and for others of you that this is not happening at all, you are just attending a wedding in the month of March. Okay, now with the North Node in Cancer, it's all about family. Now, you know, the North Node is in Cancer, which is Rahu, and Ketu is the tail. Rahu is the head of the dragon. We're supposed to be balancing out work life and home life. You know, try not to tip the scales, do too much of either. Because then the divine is going to have to jolt you back into balance. So this is a very important time there. Now let's look at the baking chocolate and boredom. Okay, so let's look at what the card says. Hopefully you can see. A situation may arouse feelings of boredom, but with some creative thought and action, circumstances will start to improve. Ideas are forming and it's time to make things happen. Introduce a spark of creativity to your life. Reactivate an abandoned hobby enjoyed in your past, or begin a new one. Learn a new skill or change your mindset so that things feel less bitter and stagnant as they have in the past. And the affirmation is, I create the icing on the cake. I gain the sweet things I want in life. Now, boredom can mean a lot of things. It can mean that you're still in a routine. If you're, you know, Capricorn is all about just getting your head down and doing the work, standing your integrity. It's not an exciting time. And maybe this routine is just, you know, you've been doing it for too long and you need a change. Now, I hope that this doesn't mean that you're bored within your marriage. This is where people can step out of a marriage, okay? And just think twice if you're thinking of doing that. All right, so let's look at the month of April, people. And we have the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. So the month of April is completions galore. We've got the 10 of Swords, which could be the hardest time has, you know, come to an end. It's over. Whatever was over is over. It's finished. Because the 10 of Swords, and whatever that means in your life, whether you've been backstabbed, you've been through the ringer, you've been through a lot of hard times, in a family situation, could be, well, that's ending, because the 10 breaks down to the ace. So there is, you know, you're standing in your truth. You're cutting out what does not work for you. Whoever you do not agree with, you do not see eye to eye with, and this could be the end of a family situation. Doesn't matter that the 10 of Swords is first and then the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups could be, you know, it's that family bliss time. Let's say that a family situation is ending, whatever the deception, the backstabbing was. The 10 of Cups speaks of a lot of happiness. Maybe you wanted this to be over. Maybe your partner wanted this to be over. The 10 of Cups, of course, breaks down to the ace as well. So it's as though you've got two aces here in the month of April. So again, we've got that air quality, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Now here we've got Cups, which we haven't had. It's a time of emotional bliss, but you know, the bliss is gonna come after the hardship. So know that whatever hardship you're in, there is a purpose, there is a reason. Yeah, we've got no cups until April. So what's happening with your emotions, dear Leo? What is going on? Let's look at, wow, okay. So we've got the Emperor, which is a number 4. Now, the 4th house is Cancer. This could be the authority that we were talking about. Even the Capricornian energy that we were talking about, because Capricorn is like the Emperor. The Emperor can be quite tough. You've got to do the right thing. He's not going to, you can't fall at his feet and he'll feel sorry for you. He's got to do what's right. And he can be quite tough. That's where I match, Capricorn with the Emperor, because the Emperor is usually said to be a fire sign, and Aries is more than likely the sign here. So sometimes you can see the Emperor as Taurus. If you notice, in a lot of tarot decks, we do have the bull there. So now, this could be a partner that you're dealing with. This could also be, if this is an energy, it's speaking of stability, things are stabilizing for you. Now, if this is a partner, there could be an age difference. The Emperor is quite mature. Now, if this is not age-wise, through experience, this person is quite mature and they can stand alone. They can take charge and they can call the shots. If they're on your side, then this is beautiful and stable energy that's coming through. Now, as I said, if this was someone that was restrictive for you, this could be what you are ending, and you could be taking on the energy of the Emperor and becoming, the sturdy, strong leader, which the Emperor is. So Aries, of course, is beginning a new cycle. Aries is the warrior. It says I am. So if there is selfishness here from your partner, well, okay, first of all, we always say be understanding, but I think it's a time right now where we need to love and nurture our inner child, because that's what Cancer is, and that's where the North Node is. Now, when the North Node was in Leo, again, we had to... My computer just stopped, sorry about that. Yeah, so you have to love and nurture the inner child, because that's what Cancer is. Okay, so let's look at the next card, and we've got Venus and love. There's another 4. So, we do have the potential here in April to stabilize our love lives. Venus is the goddess of love and values, and of course in the month of April, after around the 20th of April, the sun, let me see, okay, so on the 20th of April, yes, the sun dips into the sign of Taurus. So Uranus is at 2 degrees. So they're together. The sun and Uranus are together in the sign of Taurus. Now, Taurus is ruled by Venus. Taurus is our values. Okay, now Uranus is the ruler of Uranus. The ruler of Uranus is Aquarius. So you may have clarity in anything to do with bright ideas that come from the divine, okay? You may get the inkling of some sort of a sudden synchronicity, some sign that comes through which will bring you stability, money, and things that you love and value, I believe. So Venus is not only love. Venus can be what you have. because that's what Taurus is all about. Taurus is I have. So, yeah, stability is coming through. Lovely things are coming through for you. We've got 2 4s. Love is coming home, I'm going to say, in the month of April for you. Now, let's see what Spirit has got to say. Soul power. Always remember you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. So, soul power, that's beautiful. Okay, now Taurus is all about our body, but it's the vessel, the vessel that carries our soul, our spirit. So it is a time of powering up. It does speak of power. Now, some of you may have some planets, or, Scorpio could be quite important for you. This could be sun, moon, or rising, because I feel Scorpionic energy here with the word power. That is Pluto for me. So you may be dealing with someone who could be, and I'm going to say on the axis Taurus, Scorpio. Now, either one or the other. All right, let's go and see what the Romance Angel says. Let go of control issues. Now, control is what the Emperor likes to do. So this could be the advice to the Emperor. Let go of control issues. Okay, sometimes, we're all human beings, and we've all got an opinion. We can control our lives, but it's not our job, and we should not overstep our boundaries and try and control others. So if someone is trying to control you, or if you're doing this, it's not the right thing to do. Allow this situation to unfold naturally, it says. So whatever you're trying to stabilize, I think that you need to stop pushing here. It does speak of power, yes. Use your power wisely and do not overstep the boundaries. And the advice is for the cross watchers as well. Okay, so that's what the advice is here. Let the divine take charge. Let the divine take the reins. You do have the 10 of Cups here, which is amazing. So let's see astrologically what we've got here in the month of April as well. We've got Mercury, which is communication, right on top of Chiron. So, this could be the light, the information that's coming through about any sort of healing, the mental, the victim mentality, and Venus is right there as well. So I'm going to say anything to do with healing, sexual healing, I'm going to say, because the moon is in Scorpio, and that song, Sexual Healing, I don't know, is it Marvin Gaye? I would suggest go and listen to that and listen to the lyrics. I don't know why this song came up. Okay, so Neptune is still there in Pisces, and Venus has just recently moved over. So, Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. So, something to do with love, things that have been hidden. Pisces is very, very, very secretive. It's also a very spiritual house. So, a spiritual connection is happening here, and the information will be coming through. Venus is at 29 degrees 39 minutes, so it's finishing a cycle in the month of April. It's actually going to move. It's going to move into Aries, yes. On the 21st of April, it moves into Aries. So, yeah, it's powering up there. Okay, so, wow. A conjunction altogether, Venus, Chiron, and Mercury. And they're all direct. But Jupiter is retrograde now, so what can I say? Okay, Jupiter, as I said, retrograde. It is a time of finding those diamonds that are covered with the dust of time, because Jupiter, it takes a whole 13 months to move through one sign. And don't forget that when it's in a certain sign, it's like 13 years that it's been in that same position. So what happened for you 13 years ago with Jupiter retrograde? We always look back, back in time. In the same position it would have been 13 years ago. So what happened for you back then? Think about that. Let's look at the chocolate card. Chocolate bullets and intuition. Yummy chocolate bullets. Who doesn't love those? Let's read the card. Chocolate bullets usually have licorice in them. Yum. Psychic and intuitive awareness is all around you at this time. Embrace this spiritual chapter of your life and open your senses to a higher level of understanding. It is important to trust your instincts at this time, even if you don't know where they are coming from. Follow your heart, listen to your gut feelings, and never doubt. Heed your own inner guidance. It is important to pay attention to the flashes of intuition that seem to come to you from nowhere. And the affirmation is, I'm open and aware of messages that come to me, and I am guided by the path they take me. So it looks as though your soul is talking to you at this time. Okay, now always remember that the tarot, the cards, even with astrology is more on point, but even then, no one can be exactly specifically on time. So 1 month may leak into the other. So what I say in April for you may happen in May, and the other way around. So always be open and just listen without doubting, because it's just, it works. It works, and it's just amazing. People are still trying to figure out how this happens, but it does happen. Okay, let's go into May. In the month of May, dear Leo, what's happening for you? We've got the 3 big players. Wow, 3 big players, and they're retrograde. Pluto is retrograde right next to Saturn. They're in the 3rd decan. They are powerful. And Jupiter is at 21 degrees of Sagittarius in its home sign of Sag. Saturn is in its home sign of Capricorn. And the moon is at 0 degrees and 38 minutes, roughly on the 21st of May. So it is a very powerful time. Very strong energies here. Venus has just moved over Uranus. So, yeah, you're free now. There is freedom in love. There is freedom in our values. Things have shifted and changed. This is like a new beginning in anything to do with Venusian matters. And Venus can be money as well, right? Now it's so funny. We've got Mercury and the Sun conjunct on the cusp of Taurus, Gemini. Wow, what a time. Communication galore. Be open to communications. This is a time of clarity. This is a beautiful time. Go over things. Retrograde times are when we go within. When the planets are retrograde, they're stronger because they're closer to Earth. And what's going on? Again, Capricorn. So, dear Leo, you've got some energy that you're still working through. Who is the devil in your life? Who is the burden in your life? You've got another 10 here, 10 of wands. This is the end of the burden, I would say, in May. Remember what I said. Venus just moved over Uranus. Some of you have broken free. broken free from this powerful energy, this powerful, restrictive, binding, narcissistic energy that you have been dealing with for some time now. Now, Saturn being retrograde can be more potent here, obviously. As I said, Saturn, once it, you're working, you've put in the hard work, you've done your deeds, you've done what was necessary, and then come the rewards. The 10 of Wands does break down to the Ace, so that light is coming on. You've got inspiration here. You are beginning again, something new. So you've got 3 aces in the month of April and May. So that hard work is paying off for you, whatever you've been working on. The restrictions are over. That's it. Caput. Finito. So the month of May is amazing. Now, here is the fiery energy. Yes, we've got Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy here. Again, and Capricorn with the devil. Okay? So we've got swords, the 10 of swords, the 10 of cups, and the 10 of wands. The only thing that you don't have is the 10 of pentacles. So there are completions with the element of fire, air, and water. Okay? You haven't gotten to the 10 of pentacles yet, but you're on the way there. You're at the 8 of pentacles here. So in relation to anything to do with stability, firmness, groundedness, is, it's not that strong in the month of May here. Let's look at the chart. Okay, even though we've got a lot of Taurus with Uranus and Venus there, and Mercury at the last degree. Yes, we've got Capricorn, but the 2 big players, Pluto and Saturn, are retrograde, so it's a time of redoing things. Now, what is the fire here? We've got just looking at the chart, we've got Mars in Cancer, which is not very strong. It doesn't really like to be there. And it can be, when it can't move easily through the water of Cancer, it can get quite aggressive, so be careful. Let's look at the rest of the cards. Let's get cracking. We've got the Hanging Man, which is Piscean energy. There is some sort of a hold-up here, some sort of a sacrifice. This is Neptune in Pisces. This is holding on, sacrificing, as well as letting go. Letting go. The advice is let go and go with the flow here. But the divine is here, but you need to let go. You need to let go. You need to just wait, be patient, don't push. And, Neptune can be the divine love. So what's coming in for you? Jupiter and abundance. Well, I would say that would be worth the wait. Here is, when I look at this thunder, this lightning, I should say, we've got Jupiter, and Jupiter would throw lightning and thunder, thunderbolts, I want to say, when he was angry. So, yes, this is very Uranian. Okay, so Jupiter is the god of gods. Okay, he's very powerful. And there is abundance here. This is a number 7. The money's coming in, honey. And I was talking about you not having the 10 of Pentacles. You don't need that. All you need is Jupiter and abundance. Now, abundance can come in many forms. In many, many forms. So, let's see what else we've got. We've got Serenity. That's the card. Let me read it. The most important relationship you can have is with yourself. This is a time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. So it says that you need to be serene. So it's the opposite of what I see here. Here there is a crackdown. Here there is fire. Here this is the thunderbolt. But whatever comes in suddenly for you is going to be, it's Jupiterian energy, which is luck. Okay, luck and abundance. But here it says, you need to honor, love, and nurture yourself and remove any negative feelings, and I would say people as well. So he's in the water, okay? He's in his emotions here, so it could be a time of emotional happiness, I want to say, even though, because the burden here is lightening up, you could be getting to your goal in anything to do with even business. You've got the 10 of Wands. Even with business, you're getting to a goal and the work is paying off. So it's time to receive. Now, wow, and in love, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Now, Jupiter is Sagittarian energy. You could be dealing with a sign of Sagittarius. They could have strong Capricorn. And we've also got Pisces here. So, they're the signs. So, you've already met the romantic partner you seek. Now, for those of you that are single, yes, you already know this person. Remember I said you could be visiting, you could be attending an engagement. There could be promise. Some of you may have doubts about moving into a wedding, but the romance angel says that, yes, this could be the one. Okay, so maybe there have been doubts, It's a big step to take. So it's not going to be the same for all of you. Now, for those of you that are single, you could be actually meeting just out of the blue your twin soul flame here. This could be the one, and I feel as though you're probably going to feel it as well. You're going to feel it. And it's going to be shocking to you. It is. Let's read the card, the chocolate card. Shadow Self. Dark chocolate. It is time to embrace your shadow self. Illuminate the darker side of your nature by allowing some light to flow in. It's time to free yourself from past bitterness, hurt, and resentment. You can make sense of the chaos. Surrender pain. Heal. There's that Piscean, the Hanging Man. Where is it? Here it is. That's exactly what the card is saying. You can make sense of the chaos, surrender pain, and heal. Question your belief systems, and that is very Jupiterian, because Sagittarius is all about our beliefs. So question your belief systems. What is holding you back? Why are you here? Why did you create your current situation? Is it now time to be more personally accountable? And the affirmation says, I only hold positive thoughts. My actions are of pure intent. Doesn't look like there is much action for the month of May, but you are receiving the download from the divine, from the universe, so you will know your path forward. So let the light flow. It's time to free yourself from past bitterness. Jupiter is throwing that thunderbolt here, and he doesn't do it for no reason. Okay, so let's look at, the month of May is amazing for you. I love it. Let's go to June, dear Leo. June. Okay. Nothing much has changed with Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter. They're still where they were in April. Now there is more Cancerian energy. We've got Mars. Mars very close to the North Node in Cancer. We've got Mars and Mercury. They're conjunct in Cancer. Be careful of aggressiveness aggressive communication with any family member, your mother, anyone to do with your family. Okay, so the sun is on the 20th of June. It's at almost 29 degrees. It's at the last degrees of Gemini, so it's Gemini season, yes. Mercury's, as I said, it's conjunct Mars, so Mercury is still direct, so it's, you know, moving quickly. A lot of strong communications to do with family issues, as you know, and family and career as well, because let's not forget that Cancer is right across Capricorn. So Venus is in Gemini, and you know, Gemini is the chatterbox. They like to talk. There's a lot of communication and going over things. Venus is right across from Jupiter, and communication, expanding, going on that adventure, you know, to see what you love. And Gemini is, you know, short distance travel, it's siblings, it's neighbors, it's communication. Again, Venus can be anything that you value. Gemini could be even publishing. Maybe some of you are publishing something to the world. Jupiter can be the world. It's the foreign, you know, foreigners, people at a distance. There's not much else to really talk about here astrologically. Let's look at your cards. Wow, we've got the Jupiter card here. Now we've got an offer that's coming in. Wow. Number 4, again, the house of Cancer. 4 of Cups, 9 of Cups, a very emotional month for you. There is an offer that's coming through that you are not quite noticing because you're in your own world. You've been, you're asleep, you're meditating, you're not noticing for whatever reason. Something beautiful is coming in. And when you wake up to it, when you notice this offer, it's going to be a wish come true. The 9 of Cups speaks of wishes. And it's going to bring in transformation for you. A big change is coming in. Because if we add up the 9 and the 4, that equals 13. That's the Death card, which is death and transformation. Something is seriously changing here that's going to make you tickled pink. This is beautiful. This is an offer that's going to emotionally set you free. And why do I say set you free? Because we've got, wow, because we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is again Jupiter. Sagittarius is the adventurer. They're a free-spirited sign, you know. They like to be free. They like to move freely. Now again, the Wheel of Fortune is luck. It's abundance. You've got Jupiter twice in a row. This is beautiful. Luck is on your side. April and May. You've got Uranus and Genius. You've come up with an amazing idea. An amazing, out of this world creation that you are bringing to the world. Now Uranus is also breaking free. Okay? Seeing things from a bird's eye view. From the ethers, you're looking down and you can see everything clearly here. Uranus. Uranus rules Aquarius. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarian. I've already said that from the beginning of the reading. And, you know, even Aquarius they're very free. They want to be part of a social group, but they're very free people. They like to work independently and as part of a group. So they want to be independent, but in a group situation. How does that work? They're a mystery even to me. Okay, so what else do we have? We've got chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Now, you could be dealing with a water sign, so Scorpio, more than likely Pisces, or Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. For those of you that are meeting someone new, then there is chemistry. For those of you that are committed, the chemistry is rising. Okay? It's, you know, there's more communication here. much more communication. I did mention Scorpio, and Scorpio, it does rule the sexual organs. Okay, it's all about intimacy. So this is a time of intimacy, sexuality, emotional happiness, and doing things in a different way. This could be, and I did mention sexual healing. This could be you coming up with a beautiful, bright idea that's really going to spice up your love life, Leo, here. Let's look at what the spirit message is. Vulnerability. And this is confirmation that you're seeking to tread into the unknown, unfamiliar territory where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. It's saying that you should feel more vulnerable, and you may be dealing with someone else who is vulnerable. Just take care of them, okay, if that is the case. Tread into the unknown. That's what Uranus is. And Aquarius is the unknown. Unfamiliar territory, of course. Do not be scared to do that. Okay? Make yourself vulnerable, Leo. Go for it. Become the genius. Take that step. Whatever it is in June, it's very important for you to step forward. Take that offer that's coming through. Take it. It's going to work out amazingly here. Now, let's look at the chocolate card. Chocolate freckles and friendship. Let's read it. Okay. And this is the card of friendship. Deep soul connection await. An old friendship may take on a new meaning. A long-standing relationship may rise to an elevated level of trust and deeper bond. A card that suggests partnership, be it on a romantic, business, or friendship level. And we may even be talking about friendship within a romantic situation or a friendship that becomes romantic, right? And this is the best thing ever that anyone could want in their life. Remain open to new opportunities emerging from friendships, new and old. Keep your eyes and heart open as you take on new partnerships. Remain vigilant in total trust that all will be well. And the affirmation here is, I'm always open to new opportunities coming my way. Yes, Leo, be open, but be wide awake as well. Remember the Four of Cups? Yes, you are open, but you need to keep your eyes open as well. I develop strong partnerships with those that are close to me, and I trust in the process of where they will lead me. So those that are close to you, and this could be speaking of family or friends, people that are in your periphery, that are seriously, emotionally close to you, obviously. So, beautiful. Beautiful, dear Leo. Now, this is a general reading. Please go and watch your moon and rising signs as well. I think that that's all I'm going to add to this reading. I will be continuing, as I said, these readings I will be doing the next 6 months of 2019, but they will be up for sale on Vimeo. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. And for others of you that just can't or don't want to purchase it, that's fine too. Wait till June. You can get that for free on YouTube. Now, I know that in January you're starting a new karmic cycle. Whatever restrictions and old cycles that you're going through, you need to break the habits. Break the habit, because in April you're still dealing with it, whatever it is, dear Leo. Thank goodness you're coming to the end of that burden though, okay? And breaking that burden and that vicious cycle is going to bring in your soulmate. It's going to bring in the partnership that you want. So I think that April is your most important month of all. All right, so I would like to thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate so much the fact that you're here and all the support that you offer my channel. I gladly give back to you, and that's, that is very mutual between all of you and myself. I want to wish you the best, all the best. Good luck with the eclipses. The next eclipses will be in July, beginning and mid-July, so that's around your birthday. My goodness. Wishing you well. There's nothing else I can add. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting as well. I love to read your comments, so keep them coming. See you all.